First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. The kicker, Blake Groupie, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Williams going to throw on the first play. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
He's got his man. Allen with the connection. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. The coverage too good downfield. He'll wind up taking him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Okay, break.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Rattler to open with a pass. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. More from New Orleans after this. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run. It's Kamara. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Looking to throw. Rattler. He's got his man. It's Hill. Still on the move. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 81 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Catch made there by Allen. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Throwing again, Williams. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They will run it over center with Swift. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play. On 3rd down, it's Williams. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Rattler gonna throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 48-yard line.
Here's Rattler. To the left side and pulled in. Valdez-Scantling. One final throw before the break. And he'll take it on in. But means. Touchdown 6.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach, first half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Rattler. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bears have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
On second down, it's a run with Swift. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. Up the sideline to the 15. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Throwing now is Rattler. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's in! Jamal Williams. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. On the ground, it's Swift. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And they're gonna have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Give up the middle with Swift. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. So we are on the move at the 14-yard line. It's first and 10. Now Williams. He runs with it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Another run here, another run by Swift. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That one taken in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Let's go now. You, yellow. Set, go.
Throwing is Rattler. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards. Rattler now back to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. Gain of 12 and a first down. He'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, there's really two schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the fourth quarter, and a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's play smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what...
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Saints will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw is Williams. Again, working deep downfield. That is brought in. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Swift. Down to the 4, it'll be second and goal. Williams to throw on second down. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. That his second touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll drop to throw, and he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did.
He works free, right side. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
They'll try to run with Swift and make it 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions. He's into the end zone for the score. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
Right. Here we go. Slide 2. Ready.
Looking to throw, Rattler. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Black shot. Set. Ready. Pause red. 6. Measure. Touch.
He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the 1st down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other side. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind